Hello everyone, how are you? Today I want to share with you another album that I made using the Petals mini album tutorial from Your Book of Memories. I made one in the last video I posted. I made this album also using the Petals mini album tutorial. This was a beach themed album using Beach Digital Papers, a collection from Imagine the Art Design on Etsy. These are both made using the same tutorials. This is made with the Coral Reef collection. It's also a digital collection from Imagine the Art Design. She's a seller on Etsy. I will have links to whatever I'm talking about below, okay? So I want to take you through this book because I made a few changes in this book. So I'm going to take you through so you can see the amazing papers. And then I'm going to come back and show you the small changes that I made between the first book and this book, just to change it up a little bit, you know, because you don't want to make the same book all the time. So this is another one with my double album cover. I do the album and then I have a second cover here. Okay, I did this also in craft cardstock. So the side has, it's all the sea images. Here is a beautiful whale. Okay, I did use some red ribbon. I didn't want to use blue. There's a lot of red in the images, so I thought the red would go better with the album. Opening up the album on the front cover. So this album holds 44 photos of different sizes. The beach album holds 40 photos of different sizes. So this is a little pull-out here with 4 small photos here and then 2 photos here. And I love this. This collection has several different mermaid images and everything just goes together. I even think some of the images from the beach collection would work well with this collection. So here we have four little flip outs. Okay, I have some fish dyes that I picked up from at a scrapbook show here in Brazil last year. So I added some of fish here using some textured cardstock. Okay. And on each side is a photo, and then here's a little bit more fish, and I tried to mix the colors between the dyes. Another photo here, 4 more little fish here, because we have some small ones here. Then we have a photo here. And then this page, I printed this, and then instead of cutting it here, I pulled the image over to the side. And then I used a corner rounder on the 2 corners here to fit a 5x7 photo there. Here we have 2 flips here, and on the inside of each one. So this was one image. This is another image, and I printed them twice so that I could line up this to go perfectly with this. And when you open these up, there's 2 little pullouts on the inside for 2 4x6 photos. That's the other side. And this one has the seahorse and some more of the coral reef with 2 more 4x6 here. And I used a stitched die from Simon Says Stamp. I'll leave a link for this down below also. I love using some of these dies for decorative edges to pockets or other parts of an album. On this side, this was one big digital printout that I cut so that it just matches perfectly. Here we have 2 more little flips or flaps. I don't know, is it a flip or a flap? Anyway, a small photo here. A 4.5 by 5.25 there. Here we have a little page with a pocket. This Coral Reef collection comes with several pages of bookmarks or belly bands and different size pockets and different circles and squares that you can cut and use in a more traditional way if you want to. So I used one of these belly band or bookmark mermaids here. And then on the inside, we have 3 photo mats here for 3 different size photos. And there is plenty of room in here to add your other stuff. This page I love. Okay, so this I love. So this whale, which is the same one here, but this is printed larger. This was printed smaller. I fussy cut him, and then I glued the 2 ends here to make a little belly band of sorts. And I have here 2 photo mats for 4x6 photos. And oh, this is one of the little ephemera pieces I was talking about. So I cut that out and I layered it on some craft cardstock. And then the way I have the dolphin, the whale, the photos just slip in there and they're held there because I've glued the 2 edges. So I thought that was pretty cool. We have here another 2 pocket flaps. Again, I used the decorative stitched die. And here we have another one of the mermaids with 2 4x6 photos on the inside. And these are held closed with some magnets. Here are some of the fish. Love these images. I can't get enough. I can't stop talking about this seller. There'll be a link below to her store. So many cool collections. This side is just a shell image that I split into 2. And actually a photo can be glued here also. And photos can be glued here also, or a smaller photo if the person wants. Here I have a flap for 2 5x7 photos. Here is another flap where again I printed this mermaid out and I pulled the tail over to the side for a 4x6. Another flap here for a photo and a little starfish here. And then the back cover, another mermaid. So I have this mermaid looking to the left and I have this mermaid looking to the right. I like balance in my books. So, and then we have 4 photos here and 2 on the other side. So this, now the difference is, so on this beach album, okay, on the front here is just one flap, and over here I added different size flaps in a kind of pyramid style. I probably could have added one more, but I didn't. So there's a few more standalone photos here. Also, in the beach album, on the back of these, there's only a 4x6 photo, whereas on this album, I did not a 4x6, although this probably could be made a little bit larger to fit 2 4x6s if you wanted to. Okay, but you would have to adjust the size of these photos also, or do 4 4x6 photos. So I did get 2 extra photos on the front and the back here. So continuing, we have the two flaps. And then again here, okay, we have these 2 photos, whereas in this book, we have 4 photos, okay, because here, I didn't cover this side. This is for a photo, and this side is for a photo. The envelopes here, this beach album, I actually have an extra photo mat in here versus the coral reef. Flipping this over, let's see. So here I have 2 photos on the back of the envelope. Here I have the 2 photos, but they're being held in place with the whale. I did not put any photo flaps here, whereas this album has the 2 photo flaps. And then we have these 2, like here. And then again, I added, I added 4 photo flaps here, which this book doesn't have, but this book has the 2 here. So this is where this album actually fits 4 more photos than the beach. But both the same size, both have the double covers, both have a ribbon closure, both are the Petals mini album tutorial from Your Book of Memories. And the paper collection, this is the beach collection, and this is the Coral Reef collection. These are both digital collections from a store called Imagine the Art Design on Etsy. And again, all the links will be down below. And I hope you've enjoyed this. So I used this in one other album that I will have a video coming up for soon. I love this seller. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button. I would love a comment. Tell me what you think of the papers, of the tutorials. It would be great if you could subscribe to my channel. And if you hit that bell, every time I upload a video, you will get a notification. I really appreciate you stopping by the channel today. And until next time, stay safe, everyone. Bye.